Okay.
Okay, we're back.
Try this again, shall we? Gonna go over here. Oh man, I'm still not seeing it. Might take a few seconds, but all right.
Yeah, but normally it appears on Twitter
Right away, right?
right away. Yeah,
Their
and
stuff
it's not there.
must be down. Boo. All right, well, let's tweet the YouTube link out everywhere then.
Yes,
It'll be
let's
a
do
new
that.
one. Boop. I blame the copycat token creators for everything that goes wrong.
For everything that's happening.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, so guys, if you could, you guys all have the link here. We're gonna try and get everybody from over on Twitter over here because for some reason Twitter is just not working today.
Yeah, that's very disappointing.
Yeah, for sure.
Today we have the blend opening for the whitelist NFT.
Okay. Okay, so we got that. I'm gonna send this out to the launch bags thing. Boop, 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 boop.
Oh, somebody
we are?
saying that we are live on Twitter.
Dapper, you frickin' gem.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, well, cool. All right, well, I'll just go ahead and delete all of these.
Oh yes, it's here.
It's never dull.
Now it works. Come on.
Never dull. All right, well, cool. Thanks, Dapper, because we had no freaking clue. We were over there looking at stuff, and it looked like it wasn't working. And now it's working, so good. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so yeah, where were we? Okay, right off the top, actually. So for anybody that doesn't know, there is an account, and this actually comes from a bunch of accounts, but watch specifically for this one. Serial Skills You on Wax, like copycats all of the upcoming stuff, and then waits for people to buy it, and then rugs it. Like it's the definition of a scam account. Don't just look for that account. There's actually others that are doing this, making copycat tokens for things like Chad and now AIGOD, that kind of thing, right? And we've talked about it a bunch of times, but I don't think we can talk about it enough, right? They just copied AIGOD this morning. They're literally trying to trick people into buying into it so they can rug it, which is really lame, right? And honestly, one of the main reasons why the rating system can't get here fast enough, right? It's going to get to the point where if you don't see the token you want to buy on the rating system, you're not going to fucking buy it. Period. End of discussion. You just won't do it, right? Because we're gonna make sure that everybody has an opportunity to get on there. The token addresses will be there. The links to the Wax on Edge will be there. It's going to be completely and totally safe. And these guys will hopefully just go into irrelevancy. Like people will always be kind of hungry and like wanted to go get in front of the curve or whatever. Oh my god, I could see AIGOD token, and they just print the buy thing, right? We have to train ourselves and each other to just be very careful for that, because these guys they're just going to take your money, and they'll do it happily because they're kind of a-holes. Not kind of, they're the definition of a-holes. So watch out for the AIGOD copycat token that's out there. There's going to be more, right? The more attention this gets and the more successful it gets, it's going to be a thing that we have to deal with all the time. And on all the other chains, this is very common, right? There's a reason why if you go to get a token on Solana, here's the token address. So you can actually go in and confirm this is actually the one that I want to buy, right? So it's just going to be part of the educational process for us. Again, like the 9,000th reason why the launch bags ratings system is going to be really, really awesome. And so again, just tell your friends, grab them, just fucking let them know what's going on so they don't screw this up. Because
yeah, absolutely, that's something to be very careful with.
Yes. And really, like, because I know most of the people that watch the show, you guys probably already know this, right? But I really we want this whole ecosystem and sort of the community of communities around the meme tokens and really any other project token that's out there, because they'll start copying game tokens too before long if they haven't already. We want to be able to educate all the people that are here now, and as more people show up, because honestly I believe that is going to happen, we can be very sort of proactive about letting people know that are new to the space, like, hey, this is something that you need to do, so we can try and make it as cool as possible. There you go. Yeah, same thing already with not coin fake copycat scammers. Yeah, just apparently this happens all the time in Solana. Like, I know this has happened on Polygon and Ethereum and yada yada yada. Right? And I was thinking about this too. Like,
but not coin is Ton.
Oh, it's Tone. I need to go hang out. I know absolutely nothing about that blockchain, which is just, that seems silly to me.
It's Telegram. It's the Telegram team doing that. I don't know enough about that blockchain, and I should know more. I should have bought that token way earlier. But yeah,
what are you gonna do?
It's just, but maybe it's still a good opportunity.
Who knows? I mean, being able to do all of that kind of integration with Telegram. Obviously, like, we're there all the freaking time. And to have never trust, always verify. I mean, this is just a good idea. And then, I sort of started thinking about it right before the show. Like, we, as sort of I don't know, like the Web3 advocates or what have you, right? We want to have permissionless structures. Like, that's sort of like one of the top level things. We want people to be able to come in and they don't have to go through a middleman. You don't have to talk to a bank. You don't have to run through 50,000 regulations, yada, yada, yada. We want to have permissionless infrastructure enough so that, anybody that can come here and start a project and have a lot of fun doing it. But on the back end, that's why this stuff exists, right? It gets to the point where it's so permissionless that it's, like playing an infinite game of whack-a-mole for, projects like Alcor or Wax on Edge to try and, turn these things off or what have you, right? To block them. They can create them faster than anybody can block them, which is nuts, right? So it just means that this is why on the back end, we have to train ourselves in this environment to create our own structures so that we know who we are trusting when we are going and buying a token or what have you. So anyways, Ton already approved they are the most scalable and chatting.
Yeah, we should absolutely invite Danish Crypto to join us maybe next week if he's available. Sorry?
Who are we at?
Danish Crypto. Danish. We should invite him
Danish
and have him over here. Danish.
Fuck yeah.
But it would be amazing because he's really
this is where that was. Okay.
He's really, really into Ton, and he knows everything about Ton. Brilliant. So we should really have him here with us.
Let's go. All right, sounds good. All right, so hey, we got 18 minutes before the whitelist blend opens up. Now, again, you had to mix the community NFTs with the bounty NFTs that you could earn, right? So one bounty plus one community equals a whitelist NFT. And again, these are non-transferable. If you try to add more than one in a wallet, you're only ever gonna be able to use one in that wallet, right? So you want, if you have one already, just give the other one away, right? And let somebody else use that. Has to be in a different wallet. These are non-transferable NFTs. We had to do that because we've got a 15-minute cooldown on the buys, right? So that people couldn't just send one NFT to 50 accounts, right? Not that TC would do that, but he might. Hell, if I wasn't running this thing, I would probably consider it. I'm a degenerate. What are you going to do? But yeah, no. So they're non-transferable, and that way, we can try and keep it as fair as we can. So that's going to happen. And again, like, it's not. Somebody was asking if this was going to be competitive, and they're not. Right? Like, there's not enough bounty NFTs out there to get to the full 200. So if you make it tomorrow, you're fine. Right? It's not going to be a huge rush. If you make it 5 hours from now, that's fine. Right? So, I mean, obviously, if you want to join us live on here and like make a bunch all at the same time, like, that's pretty fun. What are you going
to do?
Yeah. TC, I was kidding. TC, it was a joke. Anyway, yeah, NTTs have power. They really do. I don't think about them enough, I don't think.
Although I think that entities are not the way to go for this kind of activities.
Yeah, let's talk about that. So because you mentioned this before. I'm sorry, I'm gonna let you talk. I just wanted to really give you credit for this, because you were thinking about this beforehand, and I kept thinking we didn't want to do this or what have you, but I'm really coming around to how you started thinking about this initially.
Yeah, because my idea is that you should not need an entity. You should be able to collect as many NFTs as you want for this fair sale. Of course, you will have to do your chores there. You will have to work to get more NFTs, or maybe even buy them on secondary market or whatever.
Right.
But these NFTs should be burned every time you buy one of the slots from the fair launch. And like this, if you were very active following all the bounty block activities, you are part of the communities or whatever,
Right.
then maybe you will be able to get 5 tickets or 7 tickets, whatever, and you can use them all if you want to,
Yeah, I think I've come around
instead
to
of
that.
having a cooldown or
Right.
so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think I've come around to that because there really is. There's people that I mean, I wasn't prepared for how much kind of energy and vibe was gonna be around getting these things, right?
yeah,
I mean, this was the point, but like it was really fun, and so it got a lot of people engaged in a really positive way, frankly, right? And I think what you're describing just lets us start to explore ways that do that at a bigger scale, even, right? Like there's people
yeah.
that
And still maybe I might be wrong, but I think that we should experiment with that
oh,
approach in the next launch.
right. Well, and I think that, yeah, there's going to be an infinite number of ways that people can do this, and I
Yeah,
think some projects might decide to go much simpler, right? Like the Keck,
yeah,
stealth launch or the Chad IDO, like that. You can just do that if you want. That
yeah,
works, right? Like
yeah. Absolutely.
it happens. But I just feel like if you can, I really do like this sort of like everybody wants to be able to snipe the pool the way that TC did to Keck. I'm just jealous. This is where this comes from. It's total jealousy.
Well, and
And that, so I like
there's
that we're
still,
letting that happen, right? So I think that part is really cool. And then if you're basically like the people that are OGs in the community that have a bunch of stuff or whatever, how they get the community NFTs, however people want to qualify that, right? Now I started thinking immediately, like instead of having like 4 or 5 community partners, let me go get 20 for the next one, right? And really do some things. And then instead of airdrops, to your point, claims, because that's so much smarter, right? And so
yeah,
like people are actively having to go get stuff instead of just landing in wallets that people aren't going to notice or care or whatever, right? Which happened for sure a little bit this time. So yeah, learn a lot. I think I get more excited about that possibility for the next one all the time, because I think that could be a really cool process.
yeah, definitely. I think that's something we should try. We should absolutely try that one.
Oh man. You know what's crazy, when like I had like 3 sips of coffee all morning, and it was just like nonstop the whole morning. Which is, again, like don't ever let me complain about being this busy, because I still remember like 4 months ago when I wasn't this busy and it was freaking lame. It's all
Yeah,
really,
absolutely.
really like I this is awesome. I got like at the end of the day, and I had a show last night, so if I sound like a little I don't know. I barely got any sleep last night because I still, do gigs for a living or whatever. And I was up till midnight, which for me is like very late. I'm quite old now. It's ridiculous. So I didn't get a whole lot of sleep, but I woke up and like instantaneously everything's just like go, wee. And I barely had time to drink coffee. And for anybody who remembers all the shows we've ever done, I drank too much coffee. This is a thing. So it's been quite the experience. And really, early days. So hey, actually I'm gonna show people this. Dapper was talking about this before, that we should have sort of a oh hey, these guys are looking for a new link for the show. If you guys let me just put it in there just for the hell of it. Anyways, just having like basically an infographic, right, that has all of the information about everything from the whitelist NFT gathering process to the fair launch to the IDO. I think having it in one sort of image is really smart, right? And I think like I'm not sure that necessarily would have worked, considering how many times we sort of like tweaked things on the way from like the beginning of what we were going to try and do and the end. But for the next one, I think that is going to be something that I think we're going to be able to take the time to do, especially now that we've learned a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, I think that there are many things that we have to do differently the next time, but that was exactly the purpose of these. Well, that's still the purpose of the first 10 launches.
Yeah, 100%.
We have a lot to learn. We have we still have to build some stuff. Yeah, I'm very happy also with the changes we did today to the token contract, because because I was very worried with what you said about, yeah, people might create a pool, a liquidity pool before we create the official liquidity pools with the agreed liquidity.
Right.
My biggest problem was not that that someone creates the pools and crashes the price. That I don't really care, because the with 5% liquidity, that would not be tragic.
Yeah.
But our tools will fail if somebody creates the pools before us. So that could be a problem. So we added some limitations, and that cannot happen now.
Okay, so how does that work then? Because people will be able to make pools after that, though, right?
After that, yes, but we decide when people can start adding liquidity to the pools.
Huh. That on these ones.
On every token that we release on
oh yeah, no, I'm just saying,
Launchpacks,
so, right.
All of our tokens, we will have the ability to block people from transferring to the exchanges before we want them to transfer. So if nobody can transfer to the exchanges, they can't create the pools before we create them.
We basically block access to Taco and Alcor until we sort of launch, and then you guys are fucking wizards. That's all I guess. That's so good. Yeah. So, shout out to Bullshivels, actually, who brought that to my attention. Again, like, obviously we're in kind of an adversarial situation now, right? There's people that are clearly out to do really stupid shit, and we want to try and make this as safe as we possibly
can. And although, as I told you, I don't worry that much about that, because I think that nobody, if there's someone trying to do that, it will not be someone who has, first off, someone would have to acquire the 5% of the tokens to be able to do something, and still with 5%, still the damage wouldn't be extreme. But it's better if we can prevent it.
And they wouldn't even be able to use all of it, right? Like, they'd be able to use exactly 25, 50 billion at a time or whatever, right? So, but still, so I want to say again, so we've got a bunch of nifty community NFTs left, so yeah, freaking fire your wax address, especially if you're on YouTube. That'll be good. If you're on Twitter, put your comment your wax address underneath the show here, and we'll get them out. I'll basically just collect all the wax addresses after this, and we can even do like a bounty or a big send or whatever. So only under 10 people claimed on the nifty stuff. So on those claims. So actually, you know what? I think I did claim one of mine. You know what's really messed up? I still have one of the Uplift ones, and I kind of don't want to give it away because I like it. It's so dumb.
Yeah. I have to get one of those NFTs. I don't have one because I removed my address from the whitelist.
Dude, I'll let me send you one.
Yeah. But we'll take care of that later. No problem.
Yeah. Because we're gonna have time.
Yeah.
Never dull. I can't get any .wham. Fair enough. Wait, I don't know. TC, do I not understand what you're saying right there? What do you mean you can't get any? There you go. And yeah, if you can, blockchain, I'm pretty sure you have them, but if you don't, let us know. Like, if you could, please reserve this for people that don't have one of these things yet.
Yeah.
But I mean, we've got like 50 of them, and there's really only about 60, 70 people that are even paying attention to this right now. So like, it's probably gonna be fine, but still, we want to make sure that people that don't have one get one first if we can.
Yes. Yeah.
Just because community and all that shit. Yes, indeed.
Yes. So 6 minutes to the blend,
right? Yeah, there's like, for real, again, this isn't going to be competitive. There isn't enough bounty NFTs to finish it. I still want to smash the button right when the counter goes down. Which, it's like, doesn't even make any sense. But what are you gonna do? Oh, Frank, that's awesome, man. So yeah, I'll repost if there's any leftovers. Let us know, but deleted my ID for now. That's awesome. Oh, it's his son's address. Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, always we can definitely do that then.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one right here. This one. Yeah, we'll collect that. Cool. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. I gotta get into the right address. I actually have. You know what I'm gonna do? Here's what I'm gonna do. I actually have like full on extra ones. I'm just not gonna need. I actually asked a couple friends if they wanted it, and they haven't got back to me yet. So I'm gonna save one in case one of them decides to get back to me, and the other one I think I might just give away on the show right now with a link and a QR code. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's also a possibility. The other thing that I was thinking with the Nifty drop is if it's not fully claimed by the end of the day, I can just change the whitelist and say if you have more than 5,000 Nifty, you should be able to claim and go and claim whatever you want.
Nothing wrong with that. That's fun.
But yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, we can try that.
Sure. I try to get him into crypto, but he likes hacking more. I mean, that's fun. way to make a smarty pants kid. Hopefully it's white hat hacking, but you do what you can.
Hopefully, yes.
Yeah. Remember when you had the break the server event in the uplift? Yes, vaguely. I think that was we had like basically like a little bounty program going on for that stuff. People found some stuff too. That was good. It was good. Yep. Ask people to break stuff and they will try to break it.
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay. So I'm gonna create a gift link and it's gonna have one Nifty Blocks one and one community one. And then I'll generate the gift link. Get your phones out. Excuse me, homies.
Can I get mine?
What's that? Yeah. Phone? I mean, hey, if you're first, you're first, kids. All right, I'm gonna splash the oh my god, I need to freaking wake up. The QR code on the screen. And of course, you need a computer and a phone for this, or somebody else's phone, I suppose. You just point your phone at the screen there and grab it because we live in the future where you can do weird shit like this. Also, am I very easily amused? Yeah, probably. There it is. Let's go. Boop. And now this is like the 2 ingredients, of course, because you're not going to be able to send the whitelist NFT anywhere.
Oh, so you're sending the 2 ingredients in one QR code?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
That's what I was telling you before. Like the whole idea that you can just like make bundles so quickly and then absolutely. Send them out. This shit's good. It's good cake. It's nice. Very, very good cake. Yes, move fast, break things, carry the super glue in your pocket. Yes. Yeah. And again, it you can faceplant sometimes, but I genuinely believe that if you're not breaking shit, you're not moving fast enough. All right, I'm gonna leave this up there for a couple more seconds. Let us know if you got it. So my son is the only one who broke the server and got I broke the server NFT from Shipple. He talks about, oh, that's awesome. That's so cool. Oh man, well, cool. So I mean, he was already using his hacking powers for good. All right, Frank got it, nailed it. Cool. All right,
cool. Guys. Yeah, so now basically it's 2 minutes for the blend to open. So you should claim your NFT while we are in the stream.
Oh, hey, so Russell from Asvoria has an extra combination as well. So if actually, you know what? Hold on. Let's do this. Juan, say something fun.
Share your screen. No, nothing fun. Share your screen and show how you claim the NFT.
Oh yeah, no. I'm gonna talk. I'm talking to Russell. He's got an extra.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have him send me his 2 ingredients, and we'll do another one. And I'll just let everybody know that Russell Chorus is amazing, and they should go check out Asvoria on Solana because they're friends of ours and rock and roll. But yeah, I was hoping that you could just keep people entertained while I am very boring for 60 seconds.
Oh no, that's too difficult for me. If I have a question, I can answer a question or whatever. But coming up with something, oh man, that's so
dance, monkey, dance.
Dance? No, come on.
Oh shit, Blend's gonna be here pretty soon. Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
Okay, so
oh, that's funny.
It's almost time to blend. Oh, yes. The blend will open in 30 seconds and Corey doesn't even want to share his screen. Come
Hold
on.
on. I mean, you can share your screen there, bro. So
I don't have the NFTs to claim, so
what
would be the,
that's
the
crazy.
point?
Oh no. Oh no.
So it's open now.
Yeah, where'd it go? I gotta find it.
So we already have 4 NFTs claimed.
Oh my goodness.
Link. Let me paste the link here.
Yeah, that'll be good.
I failed to paste the comment. There's an error there. I can't
do it in the private chat and I'll do it.
Yeah, I just shared it in the private chat.
Awesome. I'll put it up
This
there in a
is
second.
oh la la.
Boom, 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 boom. Here is the link right here. Bank.
Yes.
All right. So now we can do the screen of doom.
Yes.
It's taking a second to load. All right. Here it is.
31 already
right
claimed. So that's good so far.
So I got my 2 things selected. Yay. Blend. Boop. Do all this stuff. Am I easily amused one? Yes, I am.
Oh, yes.
Yes, I am. It's very true.
That's good.
All right, there you go. 36. So if I had to guess, I think there's going to be about 60. Maybe because I think there is people that are going to get multiples. So like maybe 80 to 100 is my guess.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. Let's see how it goes. The blend will be open until tomorrow before the pre-sale starts. So yeah.
So again, if you're not doing this till tonight or whatever, I think you're gonna notice it should be fine.
Yeah.
What the frick, man?
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see.
All right. So yeah, one is Juan. My other friend. Russell's gonna send it over. So by all means, keep watching the show. If you still need one, or if you want a pair of ingredients to give to a buddy, I'm gonna do another claim here. Sponsored by Asvoria, the amazing soon to be open launchpad over on Solana. There's a good chance we're gonna do some spicy collabs with some of the projects that they are gonna list over there. Oh, I don't know if you saw this. I bought some of that Seawiff, the cat with hat on Solana. I think Alcy, who hangs out over here, has been yakking about it. And who doesn't like kitties? So I just said screw it. And
I don't.
Okay,
I haven't bought any meme coin with cats. Dogs
no, you just won't do it.
Dogs and frogs only, but not cats.
That's so funny. Oh man, that's cool. The cultural battle continues. That's freaking funny. Anyway, so I actually, they've got like 120,000 followers, whatever the hell it is. So I, have been commenting on some of their stuff, and I was doing a one of the gifts for the AIGOD thing, right? I wanted to go on for the bounty and put like a funny AI, GIF under there or whatever in a comment, and I was running through it, and I found one that's basically like the David and God kind of thing where God's in the clouds and David's kind of thing. It's that whole painting, but instead it's like the word AI plastered over God's head and a little kitty batting at his hand, and I'm like, okay, Seawiff guys, clearly you guys need to do a collab with us just because this GIF is a thing that exists. Now they haven't got back to me yet, but it would be really cool.
Yeah, then I will be forced to buy
go.
Something with a cat.
100%. Like Juan's out unless there's an AI God collab. Oh no. That's funny. All right. Okay, so he sent that stuff over. I'm going to stop sharing my screen right now. I guess we're at 37. There you go. See, there you go. It's not 45. That's cool.
45, not that bad.
What are you gonna do? It's pretty good. Okay, go over to the
Yeah.
NFTs. Wonder which one he had. Oh, he's got a Schipple and so hey, just shout. Melania's the one that did she design this?
Yes.
Yeah. So
The pass, yeah, she's the one who designed it.
so good. So I like she's the one. For anybody that doesn't know, Melania does all of our thumbnails because you can see all the ones that I made. They look stupid. All the ones that it looks like a 5-year-old did it, like with a freaking Etch a Sketch, right? Like I'm not good at that stuff.
Yeah, I have to say that she's always. But why didn't he told me that he needed a thumbnail?
And honestly, like shout out again. She reached out this morning because again, like the second that I was conscious enough to be at the computer, 50,000 things were happening every minute, right? So I'm constantly getting sort of trying to respond to everybody. Again, like all good problems, right? But she actually reached out like, "Hey, do you want a thumbnail for today's show?" Yes. It's a great idea. So, thank you to Melania for being so freaking good at her job. Okay, so
another Frodog. We should. Yeah, is there a Frodog?
I'm pretty sure there isn't.
Yeah, I have to find one. I'll find one.
Okay, now I have another mission I have to do. See, this thing just gets too much fun. Okay, so yeah, we can have even an AI image contest and just see who has the best Frodog meme. It's probably gonna get real weird.
Oh yes.
I mean, again, like as if this doesn't have to be a launch on Launchbags at some point. Like even when it's just permissionless, right? Like somebody get the initial liquidity together and just like launch the freaking Frodog. Because you know how many of those I've seen? 0. It's just, it's gonna be good. Obviously, I'm super biased, but I really do love the idea that we can start having all these crazy ideas and people can start doing stuff with them, right? And some are going to take off and some are going to like super grind and do amazing community stuff. Yeah, if you haven't seen the episode yesterday with Brick Society, and again, there's lots of projects that are doing really, really good things. But they were really an example to me of, they got started during the bear, they've ground their way whole through it, and they're trying to be really deliberate about all their process and stuff. Like it's another good example for me to kind of point people to, when they come into Launchbags and they want to sort of get ideas about the kinds of things that you can do to make these things, really engaging and last for a long time and hopefully do really well. Right. They're I think another good example of the kinds of attitudes and things that you can do.
To be honest, after yesterday's episode, I'm like, fuck, Corey, 0, Juan, -5. We are really doing it wrong. We should really get inspired by how those guys are doing stuff. Brick Society is really killing it.
I did. Man, so what do you like the most about what they're doing that we aren't doing yet?
Well, I think that that there are many things that they are thinking of. And first thing is that they are really long-term and really cautious with the decisions they make.
Yeah.
They are not doing collabs just like blah 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 like we like to do it. And I think that it makes sense because for them it's there's a thought process behind and there's some discussion before deciding what to do. Everything is community first, but not hype based. I think it's all about utility, all about how do we give benefits to our holders and benefits that are going to survive the long run, not something that will last while the hype is there.
Yeah. Well, and also like we do think about that stuff, and I think there is definitely something to be said for, I do like the way that they again, he even said it's not just him or whatever. Like they're gonna sit down, they're gonna think about all this stuff. That's great. I do think there's something to be said for the ability to move quickly and learn fast because then you can iterate, right?
Absolutely. But I think that then you are very prone to making big mistakes.
True.
So I think it's good being able to move fast. It's good being able to iterate. But I think there's also a good good things when you are slower and really think things through, especially when you're working on blockchain,
Yeah.
because every mistake that you make
It's forever.
it's recorded there
It's
forever. Yes.
forever. I don't know what you're talking about.
So
I've
yeah.
never made mistakes. Oh man,
Yeah.
I worry about that. Like, I'm the only kind of person making all the blends and stuff for Uplift. I'm trying to organize all that stuff. I think about that stuff all the time. And poor Dennis, like he used to be the guy that did stuff. He's very, very good at this stuff. So he like was always awesome. But like I think he made like a mistake one time, and it just like we were like, oh no, what do we do? We figured it out. Obviously, all these things are solvable. But yeah, it's something that I definitely think about a lot. So I think I really like that, and it's something that like I think about a lot for the Uplift, and I always have. Current results notwithstanding, right? Like this is stuff that we still have to build into what we're doing, because the vision has definitely not been realized yet. But I think like where I think both you and I are we have a lot of fun. So, okay, what's the current situation, macro, micro, all that kind of stuff? What do we build? How do we do it? How do we start gathering some attention around that and building value as quickly as we possibly can? Great. So I almost kind of want to imagine somebody sitting at the table with us. He's like, okay, just ask the question, where is this in 5 years? Where is it in 10 years? Right? And like, let's make some decisions now. And this is again, like if Launchbags becomes kind of an incubator, which I really kind of love that idea, right? We're all going to kind of learn how to do these things together. That could be part of it, right? Like, if you want to go the distance, what's your 5-year plan? What's your 10-year plan? What does that look like, right? And what in those things could we even automate on chain so that it's provable? Like this stuff is like, it's not like a 6-month plan. It's not a 2-year plan. It's a 10-year plan, right? Like we want this thing to be around for a really long time.
But I don't know if you really have to go 10 years in time, depending on what you are doing.
So you want to do 100?
No.
It's a joke. I was kidding.
Because what happens. A lot of people thinks that games should be here and stay like forever, but in reality, there are very few games that are 10 years old and people still plays those games.
True.
Games are something that comes and goes, and you have the new version and So yeah, maybe having new versions makes sense, but trying to have the same stuff like for forever for the next 10 years, I don't know if it really makes a lot of sense.
Here's I guess kind of why, like, because you don't necessarily want to have to basically enslave some humans that have to do stuff, even if like all of the attention and if everybody just like decides that a thing isn't fun anymore or whatever, right? You can't necessarily have humans that keep working on it because they're not going to make anything, right? So like that doesn't make any sense. But is there things that could be automated in a project? So even if the team is in a coma for 18 months or whatever it is, right? Like there's still things that can be tracked. There's things that are have been thought about that can have a ramification or effect like over a much longer time span than just one crypto cycle.
Yeah, that I fully agree. But what's the point on trying to or not trying, but what's the point on keeping on spending resources on maintaining a game that never got traction? Why don't you just say, okay, it was a mistake, let's kill it? Be open with your community, say, okay guys, this is not working, nobody's having fun, let's just drop
this. I wonder what the solve for that could be. That's going to happen. Like, it's definitely going to happen.
What is my biggest problem with this is that there's a lot of people who expect these kind of things and some games to last like forever.
Yeah.
And why should you keep on maintaining something that it doesn't make sense to maintain, that it's boring or that people are not enjoying?
Again, though, like you were inspired by the longer term mindset of Brick Society. Right.
Yes,
so like,
but
how do we sort of combine those two things so that we can sort of think about it in a way that we find constructive and useful?
Well, I think that's what you really have to think about. And structure and order, as mentioned here, are important. But you have to think about the big picture, not about this specific game. maybe what you want to do is become a game studio, and then all of your mechanics, your tokenomics should be designed around something that it's one level above the game. So that for me makes sense, because then, okay, this game was not good. Don't worry, guys. We're going to pivot and we're going to develop a new game and let's try it.
Yeah.
But whatever you invested here, it's still valid, and we will go to the next experiment.
I absolutely love that. I actually have in the back of my head, I have a ridiculous idea for something that see, look at me learning. I'm not even going to talk about it, but like it's a situation where there is a possibility of multiple forks, and really just whoever is in that first one is going to automatically benefit on the next one. So I really like that idea. It's like, so that's very interesting, right? So like you're basically saying, okay, like, you know, I'm going to launch this new game, and you know, we're actually launching it from the holy gaming studio of awesome toasters. Who knows, right? Also, I'm bad at naming things. I don't know where toasters came from. I'm having a stroke right now. But so then, like, if you do that, we're going to try this game. It's going to be fun, right? Maybe it'll be the biggest thing in the world. It'll never go away. But if it does, you know, we basically have this understanding that when we launch the new thing, because we want to try new things, right? You know, there's going to be, you know, XYZ amount that gets kind of airdropped to the previous community, right? So there's kind of always a reason to kind of have that stuff, even if they're moving on to the next thing. Is that kind of what you have in mind?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's kind of that, yeah, and I think it's that's a good way of seeing it, and I think that we all should plan more in those lines and be ready to say, okay, this is not doing the trick. Let's move forward,
right.
But let's include the community that we already created, and those who already invested in what we are doing.
Yeah.
Let's allow them to move to the next stage of the
well, and then project. For me, like it, because you know, developing all, you know, new stuff, especially if you're like a gaming studio, you know, if you're paying devs, that kind of thing.
And come on, the game studio it's just an example.
No, but I think it's a useful
whatever
one. It's a really useful one, right? Like, because it's you know, because then, you know, whatever comes next, like to think that it's just going to magically appear for free and really work out like that, you know, there's those projects might want to be selling something or whatever, blah blah blah, right? So like that's going to be part of it. I'm thinking about this stuff constantly, right? Because like, you know, we kind of had a brief conversation about the land NFTs. I've been since having a bunch of ideas about that. Like for me, Uplift lives or dies by secondary market, right? We've got a bunch of really cool things. We've got a bunch of stuff that we can do. There's like a million things you can do with all the tools in Wax, which is awesome, right? So how to basically engage with the current vibe that's going on and build some movement, even, which, you know, I then can you know, become really interesting stuff in this new environment. And really, it's just like the first thing I want to do is, if you're part of the Uplift community first, like I want you to benefit. That's it. I want you to benefit, right? There's a reason why I dropped 1 trillion KEK onto the land and rail NFTs and yada yada yada, all that stuff, right? So, you know, and again, like that, I love the idea. Just agreeing with you about the Brick Society thing. Like, you know, we might not completely and totally understand what we want to do, right? But if we set up, like, it is our intent to have this, you know, last for a significant amount of time or what have you. I think like just it's an interesting question, right? And I think there's going to be a million possible answers for it.
Yeah, and you know, even with a project like Brick Society, things might change, and what they are doing might become less relevant. Just imagine that Wax said, okay, now you can stake your Wax, but you get some yield, and that's it. But you are not able to pay for your CPU with that. You will always have to pay the fee. Then the CPU renting, it's no longer relevant.
I mean, I do think they've got just on their game. You could ignore the CPU renting, which again, like I think is really cool. They've got a very interesting utility there, but their game is and sort of PFPs and stuff are dynamic enough that that's just like an add-on to me, right? Like it's not necessary.
Yes, but they have multiple activities that you can do that add value, and that's good. So if one of those things becomes irrelevant, they will be able to replace it with something else in the future. So
their focus can change. And and I think that's another good lesson, frankly, right? Like it's funny. Like I think we're sort of I really love developing sort of high level principles when you can that just come around constantly over and over again, right? And I think that will hopefully become useful in the sort of incubator vibe that I think we're gonna kind of run with here. And I bring up the simple rule all the time. Like if there's a way to do things the simplest, just do it unless you have to do it some other way, right? Bias for action. There's like a bunch of different things that is good. I think like if you could figure out a way to contemplate this sort of long-term game plan, then that's great. And again, like that, of course, it's subject to change. Gives you no idea. This is Web3, right? Everything could change 6 months from now. It just could.
Yeah.
So be ready for that too. I think that's like a thing. I think, and this is actually the point I was going to make, and then I lost my own train of thought, that having a bunch of different vectors going on and leaving yourself open to not get constrained is really important, right? Like we were talking about, just as an example, we can have this automatic contract where all the stuff that's going to the rewards account can just be dripped out to anybody that stakes in the vault account, right? Which is, I think, a very interesting and very simple mechanic for projects to run with. But then watching what Keck is doing with their miners, right? They're taking the stuff in their rewards account and they're selling a bunch of these miner NFTs for Keck. They're burning 20% of the Keck. The rest of it's going into rewards. And so the rewards account is like growing like a lot, right? In this one particular season, they're burning tons of Keck. They're making the rewards thing sexier. They're getting out into NFTs. It just like that is a much more dynamic way of using the stuff that's landing in that rewards account, right? And that's one idea. There could be a dozen. So I think it's going to be interesting to sort of help projects think about. I mean, again, like how much time you want to spend on it, because not everyone's going to have Keck official amount of time and energy to put into all this stuff, right? But if you do, there's going to be, I think, a lot of options to make it really fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like my buddy that wants to start freaking WienerCoin.
Oh yes, you told me about that. Why hasn't he started?
I was supposed to meet with him this week, and he's like a finance guy, like he's like a stockbroker, like serious muggle guy. I started showing him the charts in Wax on Edge. He started losing his mind. He's like, "How is this even real?" Like, just go boop boop. And again, microcap, he kind of understands all that stuff, but he's digging it. And we actually wrote a song together about hot dogs because he's obsessed with hot dogs. No, I don't know why. Yes, the song is amazing. He's like, it's way better than it has any right to be. He's like, dude, can I make like a WienerCoin? I'm like, yeah, you could. Like, is that going to be interesting for people? I don't know. But like, you imagine like the number of AI art possibilities for, all the different things you could do with like a wiener character. Who knows, right? Have fun. I have no clue what that's going to be like, but he wants to do it. He's definitely not going to have, the time to be, fully invested, with the kind of time that somebody like Dennis is going to have, or Keck, obviously, right? Or the Chad freaking phenomenon, right? I think not every project is going to be, 1,000,000,000% engaged, but also like, it's just funny. You can just start it. If it goes great, it goes great. I'd buy some. Like, who knows?
I think that the key there is that he's not the one who has to do everything.
That's true.
If he manages to build a community and add moderators, add more people to his community, people who really wants to get involved, then he doesn't have to be there 24/7.
Smart. Yeah, I think even developing processes for that, right? I think there's going to become people that end up getting very specialized skills, right? I mean, we're already developing a network for LP collabs and all sorts of different the moderators and really like people that learn how to do the NFTs and the staking and that kind of thing. Like that's going to be a skill set that I think people that just want to start projects and have them do good and build teams to do it. I think it's gonna be really cool. All right, so
but what really matters there also, it's being very transparent with the community about that, because you cannot expect the same things from a project that has a full-time dedicated team and projects that are a weekend project for somebody.
Agreed. That's upsetting.
What happened?
I had a QR code up and it went away and now I can't find it. Is there a way to find those?
Yes, you can go. You cannot. I think you cannot generate the QR code again, but you can create a new link with the same two NFTs, and then that should be okay. I think I don't even remember, but
they are gone though.
But if you go to your profile and you see I think it's in trading that you see your links.
Oh yeah.
You can
All right,
see
hold
all
on.
the links that you have created, and you can see there if they're well claimed or if they are active or
Oh,
whatever.
you're a fucking genius.
No, I'm not. I didn't build any of those things. So
Well, I get to say whatever I want, so I did. Yeah, you can actually. Okay, so you can regenerate it. Let's see what happens there.
yeah,
And maybe I'll get the QR code and I can share it instead of losing it like a nerd. Okay, cool. All right, get ready, weirdos. Here comes some ingredients to do stuff with things. Boom. So, Ohad, Broken Dolls. What do you think is different than this season meme coins and 2017 shitcoins? And so, like when you said 2017 shitcoins, that to me was like the ICO boom, right? And that's like
yeah,
if you had a white paper, you literally launch the white paper and launch your coin and make $10 million. Like it was the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
yeah.
It was
But
insane.
there's a big difference because there was a white paper, and almost nobody built what they said they were going to build.
Right.
Right now, you have meme coins, and nobody's offering nothing.
Yeah, we're not telling you what
People are
we're gonna
saying,
build.
"Hey,
We're just
have
gonna
fun. Let's make
yeah.
some money while you have fun." And that's basically what the message behind meme tokens and meme coins.
Right. Well, and it's not like they don't have a plan. Like the bonk white paper again, like whether or not they delivered all of that stuff. I think the ethos is really interesting. And
Yeah,
and on the flip side, sorry, finish that.
no, I was going to say, yeah, absolutely, they have a plan. But when you're in the meme token world, it's better if you have a toilet paper instead of a white paper because it will make more sense for what you are doing. Yeah.
Toilet paper is my new favorite phrase in this particular context.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
actually I was reading through briefly the Pixel Journey website. And I think that's an example of like they've got and again, like how you deliver on this stuff is not simple and not easy and can just become a list of things that don't happen. But yeah, shitcoin needs a toilet paper 100%. As if somebody's not going to launch that. But yeah, if you haven't seen it yet, like that to me was a really well thought out example of sort of the maximalist view of what you can do in advance. Excuse me, to sort of plan a project out and sort of give it some life. Again, for these first 10, we are very purposefully going very quickly and experimenting. That's the whole point, right? So I think like down the road when Launchbags is self-service, people can spend as much time as they want on really sort of building all of the concepts in advance if they really love doing that kind of thing. You force the tokens down the toilet. It's never dull. All right, so hey, if somebody got that or if it's claimed, let me know so I can get off the screen there.
Oh, I think that will be claimed. You can check if it's claimed in your dashboard there.
Oh yeah, I just don't want to move it because I don't want to lose it.
Oh yeah, true. It's on the same screen, right? Yes.
Yeah. That's kind of whatever. It's cute. We can leave it out there for a second. Boom.
Claimed.
Thank you, Scrawn the Great. Bunk. All right, man. So yeah, so I kind of want to go back to what you were talking about with the gathering up a bunch of whitelist NFTs, and that's how many times you can claim.
Yeah,
I think is very interesting. Oh, that's awesome. We'll send to a buddy who just got a mythic miner in Keck and needs to get moving in the space. Yeah. Hey, shout out to anybody who got mythic or legendaries in the Keck mining NFTs. That's
yeah.
And again, like we have no clue how that's gonna work, but there's a lot of Keck in there now, man. So that's gonna be a whole thing. I really love how he's creating movement, right? Like that's just all that stuff is going into rewards. I don't think the reward season is going to last very long, right? So like if you like, and again, I don't know, I don't have any insider information on this. I really don't know how this is going to work, but it looked to me from a couple of things that I saw that like the season of mining might not last that long. So like 2 months from now, we might be doing this again, right? So like that could get really interesting. And if he's burning 20% every time, and if the rewards are like big and sexy, people are freaking out about it. Like who knows how that goes, right? He's doing a lot of things that I haven't seen before. So It's going to be very
Yeah.
interesting. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, if you got a legendary, I mean, that has to be good, right?
Yeah.
I saw the numbers. I couldn't tell you what they are right now. I just bought some because it's just, getting into the space and doing the thing. All right. So tomorrow, there's going to be a few things going on tomorrow.
Yes.
All right. How are we feeling about the contract? You guys were working on it all morning.
Yeah, well, I was the contracts are ready. What I was doing all morning is really using it for AIGOD on testnet. I created everything. I created the contract, configured the taxes. I created the blend to check how is it going to be to claim the tokens. I tested creating. No, I still have to test creating the liquidity pools on a testnet. I checked that nobody can create liquidity pools before we do. So I went through all of that, and I think tomorrow morning I will be doing that in mainnet so that we are ready for the release.
Amazing balls. All right. So for anybody that doesn't know yet, and obviously join the AIGOD Telegram if you haven't. We're trying to keep everybody as up to date as we possibly can. So yeah, the fair launch is going to happen at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time, or no, 11:30. I lied. 11:30 mid show, basically, right? Half an hour after we start the show, the fair launch will start. There's going to be a 15-minute cooldown. We actually had a vote to see if we should make it shorter, and 15 minutes won by a decent margin, so it's going to stay that way. And you'll be able to buy one spot per account per 15 minutes, right? And then at 12:30, an hour later, is when the IDO drops, and that's going to be on Wax on Edge. We're going to have links for all that. Is that actually
it's not really going to be on Wax on Edge.
Yeah, but we should start there, shouldn't we?
The thing is this: the IDO, will be at 12:30, as you said.
Hi.
And what happens is we will create the liquidity pools on Taco.
Okay, right, because we want to have the LP tokens and burn them.
Yes, liquidity pools on Taco.
Yeah.
And then people should be able to trade on Wax on Edge.
What's the lag on that, do you think? Like for a new pool that shows up on Taco, how soon before it shows up on Wax on Edge?
That's a good question, and the answer is I don't know.
All right, we're gonna find out.
But it should be.
We're gonna fuck around, and we're gonna find out.
And find out. Yeah.
I would imagine though, if people are trying to snipe the pool, not knowing, because we don't know, how soon it's going to be on Wax on Edge, they might kind of want to be eyeballing Taco then, because that's going to be the first, place that if there is any lag, and again, we don't know if there's any or not, but that might be a thing.
I think there should be no lag there, but to be honest, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'll check with Waxpaca tomorrow morning or later today.
All right. Yeah, and I think eventually, right? Like we want to have all this stuff integrated right onto the Launchbags platform, right?
All stuff like what?
Like the having like an IDO link, that kind of thing, or like having where all like if you have the profile page for the token, like all the pools
yes,
there,
definitely.
Kind
of and what we will do is that we will have a kind of Wax on Edge widget that should allow us to trade directly on the IDO page. And see which pools are available and so on. So yeah,
nice, awesome. And so it's still the case that there's going to be 3 pools basically out on the IDO all at the same time. Yes,
that's the idea. We will have 3 pools: one Wax AIGOD, Nifty AIGOD, and USDT AIGOD. Yeah, that's the initial liquidity, and pretty soon I think there will be some partner pools that will add some extra liquidity.
Yes. Yeah, we've got a few people lined up. Keck was actually the first one to suggest it. So, I give Keck a lot of shout outs, but here's me doing it again because they do cool shit. It's like, hey, I want to put $100 worth of Keck up for burned LP. Who do I send it to? He's just like, let's get it done, right? Which is amazing. Yeah. And of course, like Uplift is going to do the same thing. I think Broken might do the same thing, right? And so like how that's going to work is, they're basically going to send over some Keck, and Launchbags is going to set up, some of the AIGOD token and the Keck token and burn that LP, so it'll be confirmed by the platform. And I think Uplift is going to do the same thing. It wouldn't surprise me if Shipple does, right? So like the TVL for for that, it's gonna grow consistently over the week. I think we'll probably give it a day or two before we do the community stuff. But yeah, we want kind of price to stabilize before we do that with somebody else's token, right? We'll bounce it out a little bit, but yeah, it's cool, man. And I think like we'll do crypto shorts. Yeah, the number of possible collabs is going to keep going up, right? It's like, we just right. So it's going to be interesting.
That's exactly the idea. Being able to have this network liquidity, that's really a must.
Yeah, it's fun. Okay, the Telegram.
Yeah, I pasted the wrong thing there, so you'll have to get it.
No problem. Yeah. I got it. I think. There we go. Blink. AIGOD TG. Boop. Wait a minute. Why is there a 1 on
there? There it is. What's that 1?
I don't know. Oh, it is that's in there. Okay. Maybe that's like.
I think it's because it has multiple channels.
Yeah, it does. Okay.
Yeah.
All righty then.
Yes. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah, so Russell was actually in the Telegram channel. Shout out to him again. That last one that went for a giveaway was from Russell Chorus, who is
cool.
One of the high muckety mucks over at Isvoria on Solana, and he's rad. We're fans for sure. Yeah, cool. OHAD. So Broke's definitely going to be beyond that thing. It's going to be interesting, right? It's like the more tokens that drop, the more that kind of come into the family. We're gonna have Beats, by the way. Maestro Beats. They launched their token on the 5th. Bullshit was found and was like kind of chatting with them or whatever, and found out what they're doing. And what he actually does is jams. He's got like tools so that somebody like me can jam with some of his beats live, and he records that. Just because the internet is fancy now. So we're definitely going to mess around with that. He's going to be on the show later on this month. But like
cool.
Has a token, is going to be doing some interesting things. We're going to learn a lot about kind of what his plans are or whatever, but very community minded, right? Like wants to reach out to all these other projects and do collabs and kind of link up and do, really cool things, right? So like instantaneously somebody that I think is going to be is going to fit in with sort of the larger project that we're kind of baking here.
Yeah, for sure.
It'll be good. Man, what a week. Yeah, we do need to find out like who's gonna be next. That's what I want to know.
Who's gonna be next? Yes.
Let's go. Yeah. So I mean, I'm very bullish on somebody taking up the FAFO banner and that running. We'll see when and how that goes. You gotta fuck around and find out. Like again, talk about one that like I just want to own. I just don't like. Maybe there's a plan, maybe there isn't. Honestly, there's going to be a plan. If this person decides to run it, it'll be well organized. But I just want to have it, and I want the meme. I don't care if it's dumb.
Yeah.
I need it in my wallet. It's such a silly thing, but what are you gonna do? Yep. Well, I guess we'll talk to Adrian about the spots they wanted to claim. There is there's a couple other people that have saved spots. One that has been earmarked for June to drop. We'll get you more information about that when it's become official.
But we want something to happen before that.
Oh yeah, we want something to happen now, like that. Like I want, we really want to have it. It would be best for I think just for us to organize, right? Like I wanted to have the next one, definitely in the planning stages already. Now, granted, like I think we're learning so much from this first one that it kind of makes sense for people to want to wait to see, okay, how's this whole go? Like, what are the kind of changes that we would want to make? What worked? What didn't? Right? It kind of makes sense. Like, okay, we're gonna launch the AIGOD one. What was great? What was less great? What? And we're already thinking, as far as the whitelist burn thing NFT. I think is a really good idea. We should definitely roll with for the next one. And again, like they're going to be able to do whatever they want to do, but I think we'll have that as a recommendation.
Yeah, and stuff like what the discussion we had today in the AIGOD Telegram about how the token split was defined. And I think those are also very good discussions, and learn together with the teams what are good splits for the tokens. And right now, I think it's too early to say it's good or not. But the more we do it and more projects are joining, the better we will become at doing that.
Yeah, I completely agree.
And in the end, it's the team who decides, but we can advise them to do it in a different way when needed.
Okay, dude.
Yes,
Okay.
that should be the next one. You
Okay,
know?
so here's the thing. You guys need to see what TC is sending me in Telegram right now. Please hold. Oh no. Oh no.
That's amazing.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. Dude, this yeah, TC, I'm sending this to my buddy today. Oh shit, that's funny.
Yeah, it's good.
Man. So by the way, are all the tokens that start on fair launch, I think he means launch bags, can they be used on Nifty blocks?
Yes.
So
Immediately, because we have to list them to be able to sell them there. So yeah, at least right now they are automatically listed because we are using an FT blocks contract, the blends contract modified so that there's no tax there. But in the future it will be a different contract, but we will automate it so that any token that launches with launchbacks will automatically be listed in Nifty blocks, because anyway what we had normally, it's a liquidity pool requirement, and that will be automatically fulfilled here, so we will list the tokens automatically.
I forgot about that.
Yes. Yeah,
right, you needed like a basic amount of Nifty TVL, but you're starting with that.
You're starting with that, even more than what we require at Nifty blocks, I think. So that will be immediately available.
Look at us planning ahead by accident.
Yeah.
Excellent. Oh, hey, can we vote on something? Just a 2-man launch bags vote right now.
Okay.
We outlaw the word taxes and call it a transaction fee. I know it's a distinction without a difference, but taxes is a bad word.
Yes. But we can say they are fees.
Yes. I mean, we have to say something.
The contract will say they are taxes.
The contract says they're taxes?
Yes.
Son of a bitch.
That's not me. That's Jose, is the tax authority. So he called it a tax.
Jose is the guy. He can say whatever the hell he wants. I'll take it. All right, fine. Yeah. I mean, it's on the blockchain now. The vote is kind of royalties is even better.
Yeah, royalties. I don't like that, but okay.
Yeah. So does AIGOD have transaction fees? Yes. And all this stuff, you can go to AIGODtoken.com. All this stuff is laid out there. But so that people know, I actually want to get the let me pull it up so that I don't lie about what they are. But some of it goes to, again, like
it's 3% will be burned on every transaction. 3% burned, 2% goes to the reward pool, and 0.5% goes to launchbacks to continue the development and being able to fund this effort.
Perfect. Okay. And one thing, Juan brought this up, and I think we came to the decision that it will not be mandatory for people to have a transaction fee, right? If you want to do a transaction fee and there's rewards and the burn, if that contract's on there, then we're going to add the 0.5% that comes back to launch bags. If you decide not to do any of that at all for your token, right? There's no transaction fee at all. There's no burn. There's no rewards. There's no nothing. Then Launchbags is actually not going to add that 0.5%. Right. So we're getting 7% of the tokens.
And we will see how we compensate for that, but that will be on a team by team basis. But yeah, there should be freedom to do whatever you want.
You gotta love that. I mean, you just have to. I mean, you don't have to, but you should.
Yeah.
All right. Royalties. That's good. I like that. I like that a lot. Dude, I can't believe I want to talk about one thing, Guy, and I take the point, so I just want to put this up there and we can have a chat about it. So random people shouldn't just make meme coins. I think there needs to be a community in place already, then a meme coin built from the community. Otherwise it just seems scammy. So I'll push back on that a little bit, because what came first, the community or the AIGOD token idea? It was the AIGOD token idea.
Well, yeah, it was the idea indeed. But I think that maybe that's something to be added to the 10-ish commandments. What's the size of your community? How
fully agree. Right?
Yeah,
Like
that should be there, and you should be able
Yeah.
to check how large is the community.
I love that.
But as you
And then
said,
and it also gives
maybe
people
it's not there.
metrics. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it gives people metrics, which I completely love. I think that's really smart. Same thing with like, we're giving people sort of goals for TVL, right? Which is not the only metric, but it's sort of an important thing to think about. Yeah, I fully agreement, right? So like, and Dennis is already saying like, hey, we got to do like a raffle or a giveaway once we hit 100 people in the Telegram channel or whatever, right?
yeah.
So
It's
yeah,
already more than 100 people in the Telegram channel.
Is there really in
Yep.
AIGOD?
Yep.
Oh yeah, there's 104. Look at that shit.
Yep.
All right, so there you go. There's gonna be a raffle now.
Yes.
That's fun. So yeah, I think having those metrics up is gonna be awesome. And again,
Yes.
I guess we can. I wonder if we could compile a number because we want to make this trackable and permissionless. But I know Crypto Alpha, our friends over at Stonkers, we're gonna do some really cool things, by the way. We're doing like a mega collab with them and Keck and Nefty and Uplift that we started talking about today. Not that this morning has been busy or anything, but they've got the ability to kind of check out numbers in Telegram and do some things like that. So it'll be nice.
Yeah.
There you go. Wizzy PFP.
Yes. Wizzy PFP sold out. That's amazing news. I really love it.
Good stuff.
I really, really love that he sold out. I love the project. Yeah, we should airdrop them some AI gods or do something.
Let's go. Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, that's yeah. We can absolutely do that. Yeah, and so this is the thing too. Like Launchbags has because we want to promote all of the tokens that are on our platform, right? Because if you guys succeed, we succeed. That's kind of the whole point, right? So we've got stuff literally set aside for community airdrops to start doing stuff like this. Of course, Dennis is going to have some that he can use for stuff like that too. So
yep.
You can't force community. There's a commandment. It's true. It's in there, but I do like that. And seriously, anybody that has any ideas on objective ways that we can calculate that in ways that are useful, right? Because I mean, you could buy Twitter followers. You could probably do the same thing for Telegram, right? So there's going to be ways to game it. But I think there's if we could find out ways to to do this in a constructive way, could be really, really cool. So here's your daily shout out for the Earwax podcast.
Yeah, I need a link for that podcast.
I mean, honestly, if you just search for Earwax on any podcast app, I think it'll come up.
Okay, cool.
I think he's rocking it out on Twitter too. Let me see if I can find that.
Cool.
Or it's just Earwax pod. Kind of like that.
Oh, you bought the last 30 wishes.
What's that?
I bought the last 30 wishes.
Oh, you bought the last 30?
It was always geeky.
Oh, really? Oh, dude, that's hilarious. Nice. Nothing like kicking it over the edge. Good job.
Yeah.
Oh, hey. Yeah, you just follow It's Just Scron on Twitter. Although, I mean, there is an Earwax podcast. It exists. So, there you go. I'll throw that out there too. Just for
fun. Cool.
Yeah, there's actually one. I think there's one I still have to. I get to listen to too. That's pretty fun. Oh, we made it a while ago. That's cool. Yeah, you know what? I think honestly, I think a lot of your stuff is probably fairly evergreen. You should probably do in case you missed it style posts on that stuff. I think a lot of it could be pretty relevant, which would be fun. All right, man. Oh man, we hit our actual hard cap in a minute here. Cheers to the 69 people that are watching. That's definitely not a joke. I'm not a 13-year-old boy. That was the joke. I absolutely am a 13-year-old boy on the inside of my brain. So anyway, tomorrow, big day. Be around for the show. Be around for the fair launch. It's going to happen 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The IDO is going to happen an hour after that. Again, like you can, we don't know if there's a lag between launching them on Taco and when they show up on Wax on Edge. Everyone just know that. However you want to play it, right? I think I'll probably want to personally, I would be looking on Taco, but I have a 10-second, Corey countdown clock that I'm going to abide by. So all of you guys get a 10-second head start, which I fundamentally agree with, but also my inner degen is like, shit. But it makes sense. It's good. We'll do it live on the show. You guys are going to be able to, like, I'm only ever going to buy from public wallets. You guys are going to see all that shit when I do it. But yeah, fuckers get a head start, which is great.
Yeah.
And really, thank you guys so much for being an awesome community for Dennis. He's, still got like a full-time job, and he's doing, tons of stuff, and he's having a blast doing it. And just selfishly, I'm very excited for him to have a win. He's been in the space for a while. He's been grinding like crazy. He's super passionate about this idea. And it's got a vibe to it, right? I think it's got some sort of some cultural momentum. So I'm super excited for him. And thank you guys very much for sort of taking part in this first launch of Launch Bags. And Dennis's crazy pants freaking culture token idea and all that kind of stuff. It's good stuff. And and I'm sure we'll have the next one on the schedule fairly soon. Thank you guys also for engaging constantly about what's working and what's not. Obviously, that's crucial for us in these first 10, right? Like we're building the airplane on the way down, right? So we're figuring out what doesn't work and what does work and what might work even better all the time. So thank you guys very much.
And all your feedback is welcome, even if sometimes we don't like it, and maybe even Corey will say blah blah blah. It's not right. It doesn't matter. You just throw in the feedback, and we will take your feedback. It doesn't matter if Corey doesn't like it.
That's especially if I don't like it. That you should say it twice. Sometimes people are just spicy. You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah,
I know. I seconded fully. It's that's how it has to be. That's how we get better fast, frankly, right? Like that's the whole thing.
And it doesn't mean that everything that the community says will be right. Maybe they don't have the full picture or whatever, but we want to hear it. We want to know what are your thoughts and what's the perception, because in the end, that's what matters.
Yeah, it's crucial. So yes, full agreement. All right, guys, thank you very much for hanging out. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Is there anything else you want to add, Juan? Stuff that's going on?
Nothing. Just get ready for tomorrow. Get ready for the fair launch, and get ready to snipe that pool at 12:30 a.m.
Eastern Standard Time.
EST.
Yeah, an hour after the fair launch starts, I think is what we decided.
Yes,
it's crazy pants.
Let's go for it.
Let's go. Oh, okay. One more note. I got the blends up for the 10 million Upliftium 6-month staking. Go to the Uplift Discord for details on that. That's not going to be till Saturday, just because, like, holy shit, there's a few things going on right now. And again, like, there's only 300 spots, but I don't think those are going to sell out. So you probably have that window's going to be open for a week. So if you're not there like that second, don't worry about it. It's probably not going to be a big deal. I don't know. I have no real idea, but I don't think it's going to go super fast. We'll find out, obviously. So anyway, that's it. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you around all the places. Ciao.
Ciao.